Good day, God bless you. Welcome back, guys. My name is Zach, and this is episode 66 in the Self Mastery series. Just quick, guys, we are going to go over some of the whys, some of the reasons to continue the fight, and I just have some lists of why you don't want to be overweight, and it's just a quick rundown. To help you stay on track, we have to change, and change is not easy. So you have to make the change less painful than real life. You're going to continue to do the same thing. It's why you're not getting up and going for a run right now, because it's easier to sit still and do nothing than it is to get up and go for a run. But when you realize you got to flip those things around for it to be a real deal, Holyfield. So um, being overweight is extremely unhealthy. And what you need to do is understand all the health risks involved with obesity. And so I just have a quick list here. Some of the things I Googled and some I just added in for my own self motivation. But let's just get started off with number one is all cause of death. Your mortality rate is going to be significantly tied to your. Oh, hey, Angel Dust. It's good to see you, buddy. Can you hear me? Is the audio working okay? Um, check testing out some new equipment here, and hopefully looking to have some greater results in my weight loss and in my channel. So guys, all cause of death, all cause mortality, it's just across the board. Being overweight is linked to a million things. Even like when COVID was big, it was like overweight people got, not that I believe COVID-19 is real, but COVID is real. And Okay, great. Thank you, brother. So all cause mortality. So number two, high blood pressure. I have it. When I lose weight, it goes away. High LDL, your low density lipoproteins compared to your HDL, your high density lipoproteins. So your LDL goes up, your HDL goes down when you're overweight. So that's not good. You also have higher triglycerides when you're overweight. Type 2 diabetes, which I was diagnosed with in 2016, related to overweight. As soon as I lost 45 pounds, the diabetes was gone. It's still pretty much, I'm on the borderline of non-diabetics slash pre-diabetic. It's all related to about 20 pounds of up or down in my weight. And so these things are things to think of when, let's say you're eating your junk food, you're tripping up on you're on your diet plan, and you all of a sudden you want to have some ice cream. When you have this list in front of you, man, it's going to be a lot easier to focus on doing the right thing. So high blood pressure, your cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease. I'm constantly thinking about my heart health as I get older. And I know I enjoy running and working out and being fit. And it's really starting to open my mind. Like, man, I can be fit. I can be a jacked old man. And I really look forward to it. And I'm getting excited. And a list like this is not the good list, but you just think of the opposite of all these things: losing weight, eating healthy, exercising, burn more energy than you take in is going to reverse all of these things. So let's just look at this side first. So, coronary heart disease. Yes. The commenter is asking me if I've been checking my blood pressure. And yes, if you saw some of the videos where I had my little blood pressure monitor out, it has steadily been going down, but just very little, but like 1 or 2 points every time I check it. So I was pretty high at like 150 over 90, and it's working its way down to more like 140 over 85. And just watch as the weight drops off more. I'm doing some different things. Change is what's important in life. And to sit around and talking about your exercise program or your diet, I'm realizing has almost no benefit to anybody. If you look at all exercise programs you see advertised on television, or all diet programs advertised, bookstores, television, YouTube, Facebook, they only advertise how easy it is, because you're too freaking lazy to do something difficult, and they know that. You're not going to change if it's difficult. And I'm working on helping myself, and hopefully helping some of you people to understand that change doesn't need to be so difficult if you'll just change the perspective of the angle you're looking at it. And that's why I have this list to look at. So coronary heart disease, stroke, which is a blood clot to your brain, gallbladder disease, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, Many types of cancer are linked to obesity. I believe probably all of them have at least some link to being obese. It greatly reduces your immune system. Um, the sleep apnea I had bad when I was 315 pounds. I would wake up damn near choking to death. It was just ridiculous. I literally could not breathe. I would sit up and I would be drunk and, ate a big pizza and I'd wake up and I couldn't breathe and I'd be punching myself in the chest and my throat would be completely closed because, well, that's what obesity can do with sleep apnea. It just your tongue slides back into your throat and it just plugs up your throat. It's just, come on, you want to live or not? Like, we need to lose weight. Um, it's overall low quality of life, you know. Um, just being even your mental health, your anxiety and depression and things associated with what did you say? Duh. Okay, so lower quality of mental health, just body pains and difficulty with physical functions, even being able to like tie your shoes. When I was 315 pounds, it was extremely difficult to put my work boots on because I could not bend forward far enough to tie them without like choking myself out with my huge gut. And I still have, I mean, my gut is literally not even half as big as it used to be. I was huge. Um, so that was something very real to me, to just even be able to move around, walk up a stairs, tie your shoes, like go to the bathroom, like clean yourself, just terrible. Like keep these things in your mind when you're trying to find that motivation to change. And motivation is really not what you need. Discipline is not what you need. It's you have to change, and you have to make that change more desirable than the non-change, than staying the same. If I do what I do, if I don't change and I stay doing what I'm going to do, what I'm doing now, what will that look like in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, and have that list. Like, if I keep eating sugar, if I keep sitting on my ass and not exercising, if I keep taking in more energy than I'm expending, you're just going to gain weight and live shitty and die young. And if you don't die young, you're just going to live a less pleasurable existence for sure. I like to use the term little old lady because there's not big old ladies. All the fat people die way younger. Um, so that was the main part of the list. I added a few things to myself. Just low energy. I don't know how many guys at work, I see them all the time. They can't even stay awake. They're just lethargic and no energy and dragging ass every single day of every week of every month of every decade I've been working there. They have never had any energy, and they don't eat right and they're drinking just I don't even want to name brand names, but like just drinking sodas and taking drugs, pain medications, like aspirin or Tylenol, just gulping them down every day, and they don't realize you're just poisoning your body. Both you're taking these things to help you, and they're actually what's causing the problems. Even caffeine, like the caffeine in coffee I've talked about. Like I've been on the black tea again for quite some time, and I had to work day shift. I had to work a different shift at my job recently. Yeah, the commenter's talking about having to put in the effort and the energy and the passion to see the results, and I'm agreeing 100% with that, and I would add to it that effort is the psychological effort, the mind game that has to happen for you to initiate or not initiate. Most people can start a diet plan. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it's hard to stick with it, and we'll get to why that is. And I'm almost to the end of this list. For men and for women especially, I have here reduced sexual desire and performance. And for me, at my age, I know guys that are not able to function properly, and I'm very happy that I am. But I always have that in the back of my mind, like, if you don't take care of yourself, maybe this part of this joy of life could go away. And I want it to last as long as possible, so I want to be healthy and fit and able to do so. And then you get into like low self-esteem, negative self-worth, poor body image, And my final one here is just my cardio and my strength training, the reduced capacity to do either one of those things at an elevated body weight. Like I said, I ran my first half marathon at 251 pounds, and then running it 2 years later at 231 pounds, and I ran it significantly faster with what felt to be even less effort. Um, so let's go back. We just briefly touched on it here. You start a diet program because it's going to be an easy way to lose weight. You're going to go on so and so diet that somebody talked about on TV or on online or some friend at work, and you're going to lose so much weight in such a short amount of time, and it's going to be so easy. And you get the program, and it's like, okay, I got to buy this food, and you go buy the food, and you realize, oh man, this is none of the food I want to eat. This has no junk food. There's no ice cream. There's no cake and junk and snacks and chips and cookies. But all right, I'll try it, and so you buy some healthy, meats and vegetables and fruits and nuts and berries and things that caveman would have ate, and drink your water. And well, normally I drink pop and I drink this and that, but I guess I'll drink water. I'll try it. So you're a couple days into it and it sucks, and you don't have the sugar high that you're used to getting, and you read the program, and it's like, oh, you gotta get up and jog 3 miles every morning, and you gotta hit the gym every night, and you're like, all right, I really want to lose weight. So you stick with it and you try it a couple days, and you're eating right, and you're lifting weights, and you're drinking your water, and you're doing what it says, and you're feeling miserable. And after a week, you weigh yourself and you gained a pound. And now the what was supposed to be so easy is just, it sucks, and I didn't even get the results that I wanted to, rapidly lose weight in a short amount of time with almost no effort. And it's this habit forming that we have. It's a survival mechanism within our, caveman instincts to conserve energy and to eat more food. Like if you found a berry bush when you're out rummaging for food as a caveman, you didn't just eat two of them and say, I'm on a diet. You freaking ate them all because you needed to get through the winter with maybe, very reduced amount of calories, or hardly any. And so, I mean, our body's survival mechanisms are real, and there's something that we need to contend with um, in this modern times, because we have literally no challenge to our survival at all. It's just so easy to, I'm a single, I'm not married, my kids are not with me. I have a decent job. I have my little car. I'm renting this room. But even if I had an apartment or something, I mean, my life is so easy. I could eat endless amount of food. I could be 800 pounds of surplus, and it's just, my problem is not how am I going to survive the winter. It's like, how am I going to survive the winter without gaining 50 pounds? Like this the complete opposite of a caveman mentality. So we have to be opposite then, and realize that we're not struggling to survive. We're struggling to survive to stay small. We're struggling to lose weight, not struggling to have enough calories on to sustain us through a long hard winter with not enough food. There's no fruits and vegetables growing, and we didn't have any means of preserving food, or no refrigeration, or so the change has to come from, like I talked about in some of the videos, the whys, not the how. The how is practically irrelevant, because when you know why, you'll do any of the how. I don't care what diet you go on, they all work if you know why you're doing it. So take the example where you went on the diet, and you're a few days in, and you're working out and you're eating right, and you weigh yourself and you gain a pound. When you know why you're doing it, you say, well, I probably gained a pound because I drank a gallon of water every day for the last week, and I've hit the gym, and my muscles are storing that water, and I probably lost a pound of body fat, and probably lost 2 pounds of body fat, and gained 3 pounds of muscle. You find a why to keep on going, not a why to quit, not an easy reason to give up. And it's got to be because of it goes back to the neuroassociative conditioning too, where um, it's all about pain and pleasure. You're seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. And so the reason you're sitting your ass on the couch not doing anything is because you're perceiving that as pleasure, and you're perceiving going for a walk or going to the gym or eating right as pain. And all you have to do is read this list, bing, that I just went through, and realize ice cream is, and just pick one, coronary heart disease. Not going for a run That's high cholesterol. Because if you don't know, like working out kicks ass for your cholesterol. Like going to the gym or going for a run or even walking around the block significantly increases your high density lipoprotein, which is dense proteins going through your blood that actually clean out your blood vessels. It actually cleans out the low density proteins as well, and reduces high triglycerides. So you learn how to associate what you might have thought as a negative thing, that it hurts, um, as a positive thing. Like when I talk about the cold showers, it hurts. That's why I do it. That's not why I don't do it. You don't do it because you think it sucks. I'm telling you, I do it because I know it sucks. And I know I need to do things that suck to live a happy life. What's the saying? I've been using it lately. I love it. Life gets easier when you live it the hard way. Well, what would the opposite debate that? Life is hard when you live it the easy way, right? So sitting your ass on the couch being the easy way is the hardest way to live. Um, All right, guys, I wanted this to be a quick one, and it is still a pretty quick one. I really just wanted to get over this list. I haven't made a video in a while. I've been swamped busy at work. I worked my 12 hours today. It's a quarter to 9 p.m. here. Um, so I want to just keep focusing on how to change. How can we initiate the psychological changes? The decision has to be there. Make the decision that I want to change, and I'm willing to do the things that I need to do to change. And going to the gym and eating right for just with your discipline and with your willpower, I'm discovering it's just not enough. It has to be associated with something positive. Like running has to be nothing but a positive thing to you. Even you can still think it sucks. You could know it sucks. Like David Goggins, he says he gets up and runs at least 12 miles every morning, and he says he hates running. It sucks, and it's the thing he least enjoys doing. But I guarantee in the back of his mind, he's like, I'm. This is who I have to be who I want to be. If I don't do the things that suck, I'm gonna be because he was a big fat bastard too, before he was in the Navy SEALs and became an elite badass and a successful author and in the world record pull up holder and running ultra marathons. And I mean, he's idolized and envied as a superhero, and in his mind, he's just on his own. I'm just a man that doesn't want to be that fat kid, and he doesn't give a shit what you think. And that's how you know how somebody's truly, I'll say truly wealthy, but happy. He's wealthy enough to live the rest of his life comfortably, but he's not lived up to his wealth potential at all. And he says, I had to put a cap on success. And I'm only connecting with his story because I have very little success. um, in the sense that it's your solitary drive, your aloneness. Like he talks about not even listening to like your headphones when you're running. Like he wants it to suck worse. You don't want to like get sidetracked and doze off and just daydream for an hour like I do when I'm out running. It's like he wants to just have that internal dialogue and just that stop running. This sucks in his head every second of it because he knows that through that suffering is where the victory is. And guys, I'm gonna make some more lists like this. I know we're gonna figure out this head game, this psychology of weight loss. We're gonna get to the heart of what's gonna actually get you to stick to it, and get you to stick to it easily, and get you to stick to it for the rest of your life. Um, that is my goal. This is the idea of this video, this list, and there's going to be some more lists. It's going to be like on the good side, the bad side, the ugly side, and we're going to make it work. And it's 2024, guys. We're going to war. Like I said in the video, is 2020 was the fuse, 2023 was the fuse, and 2024 is the bomb, you guys. So let's just keep plugging away because Jesus loves you. I love you, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.